We're going to do our Ageless Strength today. If we have a set of weights or two, we can get those. That would be fantastic, but you don't have to have them. If you don't, it's A-okay, or you can substitute in some other heavy object. Okay? All right, we're going to start in the chair today, and we're going to move a little bit forward in the chair so that we have some freedom in the hips and in the arms. We'll begin with our shoulder rolls, bringing those shoulders way up by our ears, taking them straight back, and then all the way down. We'll do that again. Straight up with the shoulders, taking them back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and then releasing them all the way down. One last time. Wonderful. Let's take the hands off to the side on either hip, and let's allow that body weight to come off to one side and allow the head to go with it so you get a little bit of a neck stretch. And then pull in through the navel, come back to center, lift the top of the head towards the ceiling, let the head fall, and then off into that side stretch as well. Pull in through the belly to come back to the center. We're going to do it one more time each side. Little neck stretch. Let yourself go. Pull in through the belly, center. Last time. Good. Nice tall neck. Right hand on the left knee or side. On an exhale, let's go into a gentle twist. So you can use that left hand either on the back of the chair or underneath the chair. We want to keep a tall posture. On the inhale, let's release. Stay long in the spine, but let's switch sides. So exhaling into the rotation on the other side. Inhale, center, staying tall, switch. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, center, exhale, twist. Good. Back to that center. Let's move a little further forward in our seats. Let's take the legs wide apart. And we're going to work into our hip. So we're going to lift up that right heel. And pivoting on the ball of the foot, we're going to allow that right hip to close and then open. So the knee falls towards the center and then opens up wide. You can use the hand to encourage a little deeper stretch if you wish. Okay, we'll do one more time, in and out. Then we'll release that leg and foot, coming into the left side, left heel lift. We allow the leg to roll in and opening up the hip. We'll take one more. Wonderful. We'll align ourselves tall in the top. Relax the shoulders, a full body roll. Inhaling, we're going to take a big hip hinge, reaching the chest forward. Exhaling, we're going to pull through the belly, tuck round and roll ourselves up to seated tall again. Two more times. Inhale, hip hinge, reach forward. Exhale, pull it in and up. Good, last one. Fantastic. So we're going to lift both sets of toes. So we're rocking onto our heels, and then we're going to switch. Toes down, heels up. Heels down, toes up. Good. Back and forth. Pausing, especially when we have the toes up, which we don't do quite as much. Good. Last time. Perfect. We're going to turn toes in and then heels in and then toes. So the legs come all the way back to center. We're going to use the arms to scoop up that right thigh and then press that right heel forward. We're going to point the toe, flex the foot. One more time, point, flex, relax the ankle, draw a circle in one direction, then the other. Maybe scrunch up the toes in the shoes. And then release that leg down and come into the other side. So stretching out our calf, our hamstring, a point and a flex. Once more. Ankle circles, toes, and release. Good, tall posture. We're going to start to either rock on the balls of the feet, lifting the heels, or if you'd like, taking that full little tap. So we're just bringing the blood flow through the rest of the body, starting to warm ourselves up with our little taps that we're going to do for about 30 seconds. We're going to keep them moving and take them a little bit wider. Let those legs open up. Then we'll bring the feet closer together again. Wide. Close. Last time wide. Close. Really get a good pace here, about 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Feet come to a rest. Hopefully the body is a little bit warmer. We're going to bring your feet underneath your knees, preparing to stand. Let's take the arm across, hands on opposite shoulders. Using our hip hinge and looking out in front of us, we allow the weight to come forward, press into the heels, and come all the way up to standing. We're going to release arms by our side and come into squat. So about halfway down, we're going to hover over that chair. Our hips are reaching back, and maybe our fingertips can just touch the chair. We want to stay tight and pulled in through the core to support the back. So one more breath here. And next exhale, we're slowly going to stand. All right, 5 singles. So we're going to slide down into our squat and then press up tall. 4 left. Good, so weights concentrated in the heels, and we're paying attention to our knees so that they don't crash together on the squat. Good, this next one, let's hold it again. Breathing, arms can relax. Tight to the core. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way to the top. Let's give the legs a little bit of a kick, just to shake that out. And then moving behind the chair, we'll start facing forward. And we're going to come into our side lunge. So we're going to step that right leg out to the side. We're going to set up our first one. Hips drive way back. Again, still brace. We've got our right knee over our ankle, not over our toes. And we have a long stretch through the left leg. On an exhale, let's press into that right heel to come back to center. Good. We're going to stay on just that side. Let's step out for a single, hips back, press up and come back to center. Good. We're going to do 5 more. Last one here on this side. Into our center. We're going to shift our body weight, come into the other leg, holding that first lunge. We allow that stretch to happen, that release in the inner thigh, and we check on our form, making sure the knee is not extending past the toes. On the exhale, pushing into that left heel, come back to center, and then taking 5 more singles. Last one. Good. Through our center. Now we're going to alternate side to side, okay? We're going to have the option of taking the arms wide when we're over there. So let's start slow in the first one. Right leg steps out into that side lunge. Option of the arms extending, or maybe even just one arm extending, so you can use your chair. Exhale, bring yourself back to center, lower the arm. Other side, same thing. Either both arms, or perhaps just one, using the chair for support. As we get accustomed and we feel balanced, we can move at a little quicker pace. We'll take one more on each side. Good. Coming back to our center, shoulders come up by our ears, all the way back, all the way down. We can use our chair. We're going to do a side leg lift, and we're going to start with the right leg. Okay, we'll start with the right leg. The left hand can be on the chair if you wish. Right leg's going to lift out to the side and a controlled lowering. As we lift the leg, we feel the outside of our hips. Foot staying flex. If we want to bring the heart rate up some more, we can extend one or both arms. Staying braced in through the abdomen and through our core so we don't feel any tension in the back. Take two more. Next one's the last one. Good. We're going to do the same thing on the other side, starting just with the leg lift. We can focus on that. Leg lifting out to the side with a flexed foot. Using our oblique here, a little lateral or sideways crunch. Option on one arm or both. You're finding strength and stability in that standing leg. Three more. Last one. Wonderful. We'll take the shoulder roll again. Let's take, and I'm going to turn the chair just so that you can see a little bit. We're going to take our heels together and our toes wide. We're going to focus on the space between the inner thigh here by zipping it up, squeezing those inner thighs together, and then lifting up and in through the pelvic floor. Okay? We're going to bend both knees, pause, lift both heels, so we're on our toes, and then squeezing the inner thighs, we come way up tall on our tippy toes, and then lower the heels down to our starting position. Let's go ahead, bend knees, lift heels, press the tall, and lower. Bend knees, heel lift, tall, and lower. Keep going. Good, keeping that nice tall posture all the way through. Chest remains up. We'll take two more. And last one here. Wonderful. We're going to realign. We're going to settle down here. Hold in, maybe a little tuck of the tailbone. We want that back to feel comfortable. And we're going to think about our glutes. Okay, our glutes. So, pretending that our knees were like wings, we're going to try to open them. Open them just a little bit. Should feel a little squeeze where the tush meets the thigh. Okay, where the tush meets the thigh. So they're a little bit further open. It's a very, very small movement. Good, we'll give it 5 more seconds. Good, next one will be last one. And then we stand tall. Let's go ahead and straighten out those legs and feet and give them a nice shake. All right. We need some space in front of us so that we can extend the leg. Okay, so bringing the chair off to your left side will help you out. That'll give you plenty of space, or you can just turn that direction if you're not moving the chair. We're going to stand with our tall posture. We're going to raise our right arm. And on an exhale, left leg, right arm, reach forward. Inhale, we stand tall. Okay. Exhale, reach. Inhale, stand tall. So, drawing that navel in. Good. We're going to take 2 more here. Last one, big reach. Good. Let's take an arm circle with that right arm, with a back stroke. And then we're going to switch it up. We're going to raise that right arm again, coming through the body, through the torso, soften the knees. We're going to turn our whole chest towards that left knee as we raise it. And then inhale, stand tall. Exhale, twist and crunch. Inhale, tall. Good. So this time the shoulder, that right shoulder, just stays open and out to the side. All the rotation coming through the waist. So we'll take one more. And we'll release. We'll roll that shoulder once. And then we're going to come into the other side, whether you're moving your chair or just moving yourself from one side to the other. We're going to start with our reach. So we're going to raise our left hand on the exhale, keeping taut through the navel. We're going to extend the right leg and reach with the hand, the arm. Good. Draw in low. Exhale, reach. Inhale, stand. Lots of core work today. Two more. Good. Let's take that big arm circle, that back stroke with that left arm. And now we're going to transition through the waist. So we'll re-raise. We'll pull in, a little tuck of the tail if we need it, coming through our abdomen. Exhaling as we lift that right knee and rotate the chest towards it. Inhale as we stand back into neutral. Last one. Good. Big shoulder roll. Nicely done. We'll stay right where we are, working with what we have. We'll take our right hand on our chair, and we're going to step that left leg back. And we're going to step that left leg back. A little tuck under of the fanny of the hip to drive your hip flexor and thigh forward. So a little tuck under so you feel that tug out in the front of the hip and the thigh. Chair if you'd like. Okay? We're going to bend that back knee so that we lower down without the front knee going past the toe. And then we're going to straighten up both legs really tall. And we'll bend that back knee and straighten up. Good. We'll do 3 more. Last one. Perfect. Let's go ahead, step that leg forward and switch. Left leg goes back. We do the same thing. We do that little tuck under so we feel our hip stretch. We bend the back knee to deepen our stretch. Inhale, both legs straight, we get tall. Take 2 more. Last one. Good. Stepping that leg forward. Give the legs a little shake. We're going to sit a little low in the hips. Again, brace through the abdomen. We're going to take the right leg back, tap the toe, and shift the body weight back there. Then bring it forward. Alternating, the left leg's going to step back. We're going to shift some body weight and then bring that leg forward. So we're going to just alternate into these lunges, but you don't have to go down far. So you can stay nice and tall if you want. If it's too much for the knees, instead of shifting the body weight back, leave the body weight forward and just reach back with the toe for a tap. Good. If you're doing the lunge, as you push forward, push into the heel, okay? Push into the heel of that front foot. We'll take one more each leg. Last one. Good. Legs get a shake and a shimmy. Perfect. All right. From here, we're going to do some wide squats. Okay, some wide squats. We're going to sit low in the hips. We're going to turn toes out just a little bit. Chair if you'd like. We're going to step the right leg out wide. We're going to bend both knees to sink in. And let's look at this first one. Make sure that our knees and our toes are pointing the same direction. We feel inner thigh, we feel outer thigh, and glute. We'll feel more glute if we press down into the heels and lift up through that pelvic floor. And lift up through the pelvic floor. So we're going to allow ourselves to lower, sink down a little bit more. Come halfway up, back down, and then straight legs, we squeeze the buns as we come all the way up. So we'll sink, we'll come halfway, back down, straight legs all the way to the top. Good, so that's our format. Lots of strength in the thighs. Three more. This one, this last one, let's hold it down, keep tight, little pulses, little, little, little. Good, pushing into the heels, feeling the inner thigh, outer thigh, and our glutes. 5 seconds. Good, almost there. 3, 2, 1, straight legs. All right, let's turn the toes in, the heels and the toes, to bring the legs all the way back to center. They're going to come about hips distance apart, and we're going to take a march. Okay, a march. Arms can hang at our side as the right leg lifts with the toe up, and then left alternating sides, folding into the navel. We have an option to help bring that heart rate up and burn a few more calories by pumping the arms, opposite arm, as leg that's lifting. Good, working at your own pace. We're going to go for about 30 seconds. Good, we've got 10 seconds to go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's release, roll out those shoulders. Take a nice deep breath. All right, so we're going to come into using the chair for a plank. The chair for a plank or a table or a wall. Okay, so you can use any of those items for the plank. If it's a wall, okay, hands are about shoulder width, maybe slightly wider than that. Either way, whether it's hands on the wall or the chair, we're going to walk those feet back, pull the chest forward, open it, draw the navel up and in towards the spine so that we feel our abdominal muscles engage. Flex the thighs, lock them so that we're on the toes. Here's our plank. So that navel is drawing in and we're breathing. The head and extension of the spine is nice and neutral. We're holding our plank. Good, we're going to try for 10 more seconds. Keep pulling in through the belly. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's bring the feet a little closer and then take those hips back for a stretch, like a downward facing dog kind of stretch using the chair. Huge deep breath here. We feel the release in our hands and wrists, all along the arms, the spine, and down into those hips and hamstrings. On our next inhale, we're going to shift the body weight forward so our chest comes back over the chair. We're going to take a small push-up, just a small bend of the elbow, straighten the elbow, and then rocking back onto the heels for that big stretch. Inhale, shift forward, pause, find your little push-up with that locked torso, and then stretch back. We'll take 3 more here. The next one is going to be our last one. Good. Enjoy the stretch. We're going to tiptoe those feet a little closer to the chair so that the feet come underneath our hips. Right? Underneath our hips. We're going to move those hands onto our thighs, just above our knees, and we're going to work through our spine. On an exhale, pretending like we're folding in through the belly, we're going to tuck that tailbone underneath and round through the back. Allow your chin to come down, your head. And on the inhale, opposite direction. Tailbone presses out behind you. Chest pulls forward to open up the abdomen. Exhale, tuck and round. Inhale, extend. One more time, nice and slow, each vertebra moving independently. And extend. Good. A tuck around and a roll ourselves up to standing, allowing the hands to slide up the thighs, taking our head up last. Yes, big shoulder roll at the top. Fantastic. We're going to get our weights. Right now, we only need 1. Okay, so if you have weights or you have a weighted object, grab that object. We're going to start with our row. Okay, start with our row, and we can stand beside the chair, behind the chair, whatever is comfortable. So let's take one foot in front of the other, a split stance, and we'll allow the right hand to hang down with the weight, hang straight down. Brace through the core. Let's take a row. On an exhale, elbow brushes towards the rib cage and pulls the weight back. Inhale, we resist the gravity as the weight comes down. Exhale, brace and pull. Inhale, stabilize. Last one. Good. We'll stand tall. We'll roll out the shoulders. Let's switch hands. Okay, we'll switch hands. We'll allow the weight to hang down, one foot in front of the other in our split stance. Brace through the core, pull back for the row. Inhale, resist. So feeling that upper back and shoulder blade working. Keeping the wrist straight and locked. Last 2. Last one. And we're going to switch hands again and come into a tricep push back, press back. We're going to find our split stance. Draw in to brace. Allow that arm to hang. Pull back into a row and hold that. Here's our press back. Straightening the arm behind. Just bending the elbow to bring it in. Good. So the chest stays open and the shoulder blade back the whole time. The straighter the arm gets when you push the weight behind, the more you work that little tricep muscle back there. 3. Last one. Good. We're going to release and switch. Transitioning to the other side for the same thing. Finding our comfortable split stance. Locking to protect the back. We set up in the row and then come into those press backs. More. Last one. Good. We'll stand tall. We'll release. All right. Let's stand behind or beside the chair. We're going to hold the weight in our right hand. Hold the weight in our right hand. Feet are about hips distance, maybe a little wider if need be. Tight through the tummy. We're going to allow this weight to create what we call a deadlift, which is nothing more than a hip hinge. I'm turning sideways, you see. A hip hinge. So the back stays flat, not round, but flat. The chest is driving forward, and the weight is really close to those shins, knees, or thighs. On the way up, drive through the heels and through the belly to unhip hinge or to straighten up without rounding the back. Let's go ahead and allow the weight to fall forward from the front of the leg. Exhale, push into those heels, stand tall. Good, we're going to take 3 more. We should feel a lot in our hamstrings, the back of our thighs. If we feel too much, we can bend the knees some more. This next one will be our last. Good. Let's switch hands with the weight. Take a little shoulder roll, and then do 5 more. Inhale, get big and tall. Exhale, hip hinge. Weight close to the body. Exhale, push into the heels. Drive the navel to the spine as we straighten up. 4 to go. Last one. Perfect. Great job. We're going to come into our bicep and bicep curls. So we can go ahead and we can take a seat if you wish. We're going to use both weights. If you don't want to take a seat, if you prefer to stay standing, that's fine. A little bit more core stability required. If you're standing, however, let's take one foot in front of the other and give us some soft knees here. Okay, one foot in front of the other, soft knees. All right, for our bicep curls, we'll use both weights, and we're going to use both at the same time. So we're going to turn our palms as the weights come up. The palms turn face up. As the weights come down, turn those palms so they face each other. Right. Exhale, contract the abdominals, curl up. Inhale, stay stable as they come down. Getting our forearms and wrists here too. We'll take 3 more. Good, last one for now. We'll release, and if you're standing, you'll take those feet and you're going to switch those feet for our next set. Standing or sitting, rolling out through those shoulders. All right, so we're going to switch the legs. We'll reestablish our secure stance. This time, weights are going to hang on either side of our hip, and one's going to move up as the other moves down. So they're both moving. A little harder to stay stable and really focus on the core here. Good, last time. We'll release. We'll trade out those legs. Take a shoulder roll. Wonderful. One more, okay? One more for those biceps. Let's switch out the legs, whichever is more comfortable for you. All right. This time we're going to squeeze them up for a hammer. Give them a little push. Bring them back down all the way. Now, depending upon your shoulders, when you squeeze them up, perhaps you can extend overhead. If that's too much on your shoulders, your neck, or your back, just give them a little push, leaving those elbows at no higher than shoulder height. That'll help to protect the neck and the back. But if your neck and back are healthy and strong and you feel like it, you want to push overhead, go right ahead. We'll take 3 more. Next is the last. Wonderful. Okay. If we're not sitting, we're going to work our way to sitting, okay? All the way down in our chair. We've still got our weights with us. And we want to sit forward in our chair, okay? So forward. Legs are going to come close together so that feet are touching and the knees are touching. Arms are going to hang on either side, and they're just literally going to hang. We're going to work the side of the waist again, okay? Doing a lateral lean off to the side, focusing, exhaling through that belly button to come back to center. We'll switch. Allow that weight to drag you down. Exhale, contract, come back up. Focusing on the rib cage and low in the core. We'll take one more on each side. Next one will be last. Good. We're going to get rid of one weight, put that off to the floor. And we're going to keep one and take our hands on either end of the weight or hold the weight so that both hands have control of it. We'll take the feet a little bit wider so that we feel more stable in our feet. We're going to draw the navel in tight. And we're going to give a push of the weight over the right shoulder without going too high. Again, those elbows, not much higher than the shoulders. We're going to bring the weight down and into the chest and then push off to the other side. Down and in. Good. Excellent. We'll take one more each side. Last one. Good. Let's go ahead and release this weight and put it away as well. Taking the feet, still hips distant, out in front of us. Shoulders are going to roll up by the ears, come all the way back, and then all the way down. One more time, shoulders roll up, straight back, all the way down. Good. Hands are going to hold on either underneath your chair, or maybe you can reach the chair leg or behind. Wherever those hands comfortably grasp onto, we're going to open the front of the body here, extend our spine. I want you to think on your inhale of drawing your chest up towards the ceiling to feel the stretch here in the abdomen. On the exhale, let's tuck and round like we did when we were standing, folding in through the navel and allowing the chin to come towards our chest. On the inhale, let's open up, extend again. Exhale, pull in, tuck round. One more time, inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck round. Let's release to neutral and take our right hand on our left thigh, left hand behind us to help us stay tall. Exhaling into our twist, Back where we started, except this time we're going to hold this twist. We're going to take a couple of deep breaths here. Deep enough that on our inhale, our belly fills up. And as we exhale, it empties completely, and that's where we find our release. We'll do that one more time. Big inhale and exhale. Good. Inhaling to shift, switch sides. Holding the twist. Connecting to the breath. Next inhale, we release back to center. Good. We're going to take a side roll. So we're going to lean out towards that right side, then come all the way around front and back around center. We're going to take 3 in each direction. And as we get comfortable, we're going to allow those shoulders to kind of roll with it, to stretch those all out, our hips. The next time we come back to the center, we're going to pause there, get tall and long, so that we can adjust and shift for a circle in the opposite direction, leaning out towards the left, then around front and back. Good. Last one. Perfect. All right. Let's hip hinge forward, okay, from our hips. We're going to push that right hand in, look left. We should feel a stretch in the upper back, as well as in the shoulder, and down into the sides of our back. On the inhale, center. On the exhale, out the other side. Looking way over our shoulder to get the neck as well. Inhale, center, and let's come back up to seated tall. We're going to take a seat and move ourselves a little bit further back in our chair. We're going to cross our right ankle over our left thigh. Okay, cross our right ankle over our left thigh. If this is too much, you can cross the ankle over ankle. And another option is extending the left leg so that the right leg, when it rests on it, isn't quite so high. Okay? We want to open up the hip to deepen our stretch. We inhale, we get tall through our spine. As we exhale, we reach our chest forward, keeping the back long and looking for that nice big stretch back there. We can allow the arms just to rest. And again, focus on our breathing, filling up the belly, letting it expand. And then exhale, gently blowing all the air out. On our next inhale, we're going to slowly start to rise. We'll use the hands to help us release the leg. And then we'll switch out, coming into the other side. Giving it a moment for that hip and glute kind of settle in before we deepen the stretch. Making sure we don't feel any pain. Inhaling, getting tall. Exhaling, hip hinge, reaching the chest forward. And allowing the upper body to relax. On our next inhale, we'll again rise, come back to the center. We'll gently release the leg. Arms are going to go wide out into our side. And we're going to think of squeezing those shoulder blades together to open just the chest without arching our back. So bringing the arms behind us as far as we can. Okay, keep the shoulder blades down and our neck long. On the exhale, giving ourselves a hug. Right arm over left. We grab on and then pull down to lengthen the neck. If we'd like, we can take our chin down to our chest. We get a nice deep stretch from the back of the neck that spreads into the upper back. On our next inhale, we're going to open those arms really wide again. Open up the chest, squeeze those shoulder blades together. Exhaling, left arm over right. We give ourselves another hug. pull down. Allow the weight of the head to dip the chin to the chest. Deep breath. Next inhale, we open up again. Exhale, we release. Fingertips reaching down towards the floor. We're going to let our right ear drift off to the side to feel a neck stretch. If you'd like a deeper stretch, you can take that right hand and just gently rest it on the head. Try not to pull or force. We'll release the hand on the head if it's there first. Then we'll bring the head into center and switch. We can again use the weight of the arm if we wish. We'll release the arm, bring the head in center. Turning, looking over the right shoulder as far as we can look to get that neck stretch. And to the other side. Slide in center. Shoulders come all the way up by the ears, all the way back, and all the way down. We'll do that again. Shoulders up, back, and down. Hands come on those knees or thighs, palms turn up, elbows pull back, and if your back is not touching the back rest of the chair, go ahead and scoot your body back there so that you feel fully supported by the chair. And allow the weight of the arms to let them relax. Let's stick our chin out front and then bring it back. Do it again. Good. Holding the chin back, feeling the alignment in the cervical spine. We can close our eyes if we wish. We're going to take just 2 minutes to visually relax the body, utilizing some slow, deep breaths. We'll breathe in through the nose, that full deep breath that expands the belly. And then gently breathe out through the mouth, letting all the air empty from the belly completely before taking our next inhale. The slow, deep breath releases tension from our face. Our forehead smooth, the eyes quiet, our cheekbones and jaw softening, our neck relaxing, upper back and shoulders. That relaxation spreads down the arms. The hands and fingers letting go. We can make adjustments in our posture if our spine feels at all uncomfortable. We start to feel our spine relax, tension flow down into the chair, leaving our hips and our glutes, our thighs, calves and shins, feet and toes. Body feels at peace. And we'll send the next couple of breaths to any area of the body that could use a little extra blood flow and oxygen to help it heal. our next exhale, the weight of the head taking our chin down to our chest. Our palms turning face down and sliding out towards our knees. Next inhale, pressing the palms into the knees, opening and lifting the chest. Big deep breath in, lifting the chin a little to open up the throat. And on the exhale, pulling everything back in just to come to a neutral, comfortable seated position. We'll allow the arms to come by the side and take our next inhale with a big circle lift of the arms. Really reach them up towards the ceiling. Good. Palms will press and then come down to our heart center. Thank you for sharing your day with me. Namaste.